Hey folks, welcome back to Software Testing Hacks. In this video, let's talk about gray box testing. Gray box testing is a type of testing which comes under testing methodologies. We already learned white box testing and black box testing in the previous video. This video, let's talk about gray box testing. Basically, gray box testing is a combination of black box and white box testing. So it is a combination of black box as well as white box testing. Okay. It aims to test software applications with partial knowledge of the internal workings and allowing the testers to design test cases that include knowledge of internal code structure as well as external functionality. Basically, in black box testing, users will use or testers will test application without having the internal code knowledge, right? Whereas in case of white box testing, it is more concerned about the coding, internal structure. Okay. So in case of gray box testing, it is a combination of UI as well as the logic, actual logic part. So if you don't know clearly about black box testing and white box testing, please do watch those videos. I will leave the link for those videos in the description so you can watch it. Why to perform gray box testing? So partial knowledge of internal structure. So basically here it is a combination, right? So here I'll be having little idea of how the code works, what is the actual logic is about. So, okay, that basic, knowledge will be there. So, it is like a partial knowledge of internal structure. Because of that, we need to perform the, basically, it verifies the logical. So, certain calculation needs to be calculated. So, whether the calculation is happening correctly or not. All this can be tested as part of gray box testing. So, here it is partial knowledge is required of the white box testing perspective as well, what the logic is doing. Focus on both internal and external testing. Combines black box and white box testing techniques. So that is the focus of this gray box testing, where it will internal is nothing but the coding part, external is nothing but the black box testing without having the normal UI, whatever on the UI, whatever the look you see, what are the drop down options, text box, all that will consider as the external testing or black box testing. Effective for integration testing. Identifies defects due to improper integration. So, this is actually a very helpful technique when it comes to integration testing. When you integrate two different modules, that time, if any details from this module needs to be transferred to the another module, so that is where this will help us in identifying any calculation went wrong or anything went wrong from the internal code perspective, logic perspective. Okay, what is supposed to happen and what is happening, all that we have to track and then we have to make a note of it. Useful for security testing. It identifies vulnerabilities by understanding the internal logic. So through an example we will understand what it actually it does. So here we have an e-commerce website where you have to check the checkout process. Checkout is nothing but you have added certain items to the cart. Now you have to check that out to do the payment and then check out the particular item from your cart. So here, internal knowledge, what I am supposed to have to test this particular scenario is database schema for order and payment tables. Okay, how the database schema is designed for the order table and then payment table, two different tables, right? So those knowledge I must have. Algorithms for calculating discount and taxes. Suppose in case any discount is there, any taxes needs to be calculated, whether it is getting calculated properly or not. That idea I should have, right? And if any coupon code is there, how it is getting applied. Okay, all that detail I must know before I perform this gray box testing. Session management details. We will talk about it. Okay. Let's see what all the test cases, what test I need to know or I need to have knowledge of to test this scenario. From functional test perspective, black box, which is functional, is nothing but black box testing, right? So verifies successful addition of items to the cart and checkout process. As a user, I must be able to add an item to the cart and then successfully able to pay the money, and then my order successful message should be displayed. Okay, so that is the whole idea basically. Okay, that from the UI perspective that we will test. But from database side, what I have to test is check out order details and inventory updates in the database. The database also I need to verify, right? What happens is whenever there is an you have placed an order, so that particular order details should go and sit in the order table. Okay, and the payment details should be updated. Okay, from in the payment table, let's say payment table, and also the inventory. So now the item has been sold. Okay, now the inventory must be updated. So and then it should lesson one there. Okay, and whether the inventory details are getting updated or not. So overall, this we can verify. Okay. And then from algorithm test, ensure correct calculation of discount and taxes. So this is where we are ensuring if there is any tax needs to be added or any delivery charges needs to be applied, whether it is getting applied or not. All that testing we have to perform. So this basic idea I should have, right? So it is like a basic logic. Logic I must know. Then only I can perform this testing. So security test. Let's secure session management and prevent session hijacking. So there is a secure management from the security perspective. There is a secure connection is there. Okay, and if there is any session hijacking or something is happening, you have to prevent it. So those are the things that we can test as part of gray box testing. So overall, it is like different types of testing. It is a combination of black box plus white box, right? So in black box, I just placed an order. Simple. But in case of database is something which is internal, structure, it is code, right? I mean table, I'm verifying. So that is where it is considered as the gray box testing. Algorithm also, the calculation from internal code, we are checking whether the calculation is happening correctly or not. And security from the gray box testing. So this is how we can differentiate black box, white box, and gray box testing. Okay. So let's talk about some of the advantages of performing this gray box testing. Improved test coverage. It combines strength of black box and white box testing. Only if I perform on UI, I might not be able to find out certain defects. Okay. When I perform, white box plus black box, which is gray box testing, there are chances of finding the defect will be more if the calculation, there could be some things might go wrong with the calculations and all, right? So that is where it helps in improved test coverage. Effective detection of defects identifies defects in internal logic and external functionality. So that is what we discussed. And optimized testing effort balances detailed internal testing with simple external testing. So it balances the internal with external because uh, it is helping us to find out the issues. It optimizes, and certain scenarios cannot be covered only with the black box testing, right? And certain scenarios cannot be identified with the white box testing. So the combination of both of this will make us prepare a very well good better test case and identify the or uncover the defects. Better integration testing ensures correct integration of components and systems. With the help of it, we can perform very better integration testing, basically the logics. Okay. So I hope you got a clear picture and understanding of what is gray box testing. If you have liked this video, please do like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.